So welcome back to the part one of Premier League preview, and of course, the Chelsea game in the first part, all the other matches in the second. Hopefully, I'll be speaking a lot higher because a comment I got at the end of, I think my last video when we signed like Remy was that I need to speak higher. So I hope this is good. Anyway, on to the game. Top of the table clash. Chelsea at home to Swansea. Now, people are saying that this is going to be a comfortable game for Chelsea, that we're going to, should walk it and should win. Yes, we should win, but this is not going to be a walkover. This is going to be a tough game. I've said for quite a while now that I have rated Swansea. I think their transfer business was very good. I feel that, I've said it enough times already, Gylfi Sigurdsson was an absolute bargain. Fantastic that they got him for that price. Of course, they've got other players who can harm us, Routledge, who scored an absolute banger the other week, and Nathan Dyer. Obviously, Boney hasn't scored yet up front, but I think he will play. I'm pretty sure of that. He's still good. Or they might go for Gomes, who I've been more surprised with. He's played a lot better than I thought he would be. But obviously we had to talk about Chelsea. The Chelsea team, I'm really not sure what we're going to do for this, because that game, well, it wasn't last week, it was 2 weeks ago now against Everton. That was it was probably game of the season, and the season's only 3 games old. That was it was an instant classic. It was a fantastic game, fantastic attacking play. So part of me wants to keep the same lineup, but obviously then again there are tweaks of it. I think that we defended very poorly, but personally I don't feel we any need to change up the back four just yet, because despite obviously seeing 3 goals, we did actually, apart from the 3 goals which were mistakes, we did defend not too appallingly. So, and I feel Courtois just signed a 5-year deal, will start in goal. So I think Courtois will start in goal again. I feel Ivanovic been absolutely superb so far this season. Ivan, I thought he was actually the casual. I thought he could be a potential casualty with Terry and Cahill's partnership going so well, and obviously Felipe Luis signing at left back, and Dave could have gone into right back. But Ivanovic is up to this game. He's been outstanding. I would say go far as to our best player so far this season. Centre back, it's obviously going to be Gary Cahill and John Terry. Not too many argue about that. Even though I felt the two of them were, I think out of our team defensively and against Everton, those two were the poorest. But they're still, John Terry's world class. Cahill is actually getting there. He's been one of the most improved players over the past 12 months, and I feel it won't be too long before he is world recognised as a good centre back. The left back position is a tough one, because obviously we've watched this channel since the start. I am a massive Cesar Azpilicueta fan, or Dave as he is known to all of us. Signed a 5-year deal recently, but I feel I really want him to start left back first, but I have a feeling this could be the game where Felipe Luis comes in, just because I think that Dave, he didn't have his best game against Everton. He still performed well this season. He hasn't had his best game, and Felipe Luis did come off the bench. So I'm just, through my like of Dave, I'm going to say he's going to start, but watch that space. I think Felipe Luis could be in for his first start. Central midfield, this is where it gets tricky. The 4-3-3 worked absolutely fantastically against Everton. Ramirez obviously got a goal, and so did Matic. So I wouldn't be surprised if those two kept the role in the pivot. But then again, we are playing at home against Swansea, who defensively is the weakest part of their game. They've still got a good back four, don't get me wrong. Ashley Williams is a good Premier League centre back, but I feel that we do need to go at them. We need to take it to them and see what they can do. So for that reason, I'm going to take Ramirez out of the team, drop Fabregas back in, and put Oscar there, who played for Brazil. And I don't know if you saw, he did a nice little nutmeg in one of those games. But it's going to be tight. I think Matic has to stay. He's been fantastic. Pick up for this. Fabregas has to play. It'll be between Ramirez and Oscar. I think Mourinho might go for. I think he's going to go for Oscar. Just personally, I feel that he hasn't. He's starting from where he was so good for about half of last season. They went shy, but I feel that now he is slowly getting back to where he was at the start of last season. And I think the only way he's going to get better is if you give him more game time. So I don't think Oscar's going to go in the number 10 role. Eden Hazard, obviously highest rated player on FIFA, but that is FIFA. It is the shit. I'm pretty FIFA shit, to be honest. I don't know what the big hype is about it. Play Football Manager, the only game which actually knows what it's talking about in terms of football. So, but Hazard, he's going to be out on the left. Played. It was an own goal against Everton through Coleman, but he did create it. Scored against Leicester in good form. Probably our best talent as a player. So so Oscar, he'll be out left. Oscar in the middle. On the right, it's going to be tight between Schürrle and Willian, who both. I think that battle is going to be key throughout the season. We're going to see them switching depending on what team we're facing and what circumstances. I think Schürrle. Willian had a very good game against Everton, I felt, but Schürrle has started the season strongly, and I think that he will be able to try. I think he'll pose the biggest trouble to Swansea. I'm going to put Schürrle out on the wing. So it's pretty much the same team which played the first two games, but maybe potential between Dave switching for Felipe Luis and Ramirez perhaps holding their position. And up front, Player of the Month, Diego Costa. I mean, it was announced today that he won that. Very happy with that. It has been a long time since a Chelsea striker won an award for something. So he is absolute class. He only did pull his hamstring again in the Spain for the Spain squad, and he he'd have to pull out. So whether he's fit or not, he's going to be doubtful again. He still won't be 100%. If he's not deemed fit to play, we can of course unleash Loic Remy. For his Chelsea debut, of course, scored against Spain. I'd rather have Remy than Drogba. I hate to say it. Drogba, of course, will always be in our hearts a Chelsea player. We've got to face it. He's shit. I'm not gonna bullshit and cover over it and say, oh no, he's still the best striker in the world. No, he isn't. He is not. I haven't seen since he's come back. I haven't seen any sign on the pitch, off the pitch. I've seen his influence come into a few players, but on the pitch, I have not seen him look anywhere near what he was like, when he played against Galatasaray, he did not look up to it as well. So that's the team. How I think the game's going to go. I've already said it's going to be a tight game. I think we will win. I'll be very disappointed if we don't. I'm gonna say a 2-1 win for us. Not quite sure who's going to get the goals for us, but I can definitely see a tough game. I can see a tight game. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get. I've got quite a few people. I know people with season tickets, like my dad's friends, a few of my mates from school. So sometimes I use them to go to games, especially use them to go for away games. But fortunately, haven't been able to get tickets for this game. But I will be watching it on the computer, live streamed, and I will put a link in the description below to the website where you can watch it as well. Anything else to add? Not particularly. Obviously England, and just quickly say England, well done. You won 2 games in a row, and yet again the whole country's optimistic again. So of course. So see you lot in the next video. Keep the blue flag flying high. Goodbye.